cover this Monsanto situation. Here's from Salon, how the Monsanto Protection Act snuck into law. Give folks a document cam shot of that for TV viewers. And a provision that protects the biotech giant from litigation passed Congress without many members knowing about it. Just like the vaccine manufacturers are given liability protection, and they lie to the public, say it's the law to take shots. Then they lie to you and say there are no side effects when the insert says it can kill you, give you cancer, diabetes, everything else. This is showing how criminal they are. Okay, and so Obama has signed this. And, of course, he was saying he wouldn't sign it, just like the NDAA, so opposition wouldn't form. Oh, that won't get signed. Monsanto wrote this, and now, what are they talking about? The food is going to be the vaccine. It's going to have the virus in it. That's what Bill Gates is pushing. And so, because this is medical food, this is weaponized food, they're now going to come out with not 8 major food crops, all being GMO, that, you know, grow pesticides in them strong enough to kill bugs that eat them, but they say it's safe for you. That's what BT corn is. Just so crazy, man. Organ failure is just spiking. In all the rodents they give this stuff to and test, it kills them. I mean, again, I'm on air explaining to you what's going on. I mean, you need to know why you're going to die. Okay? I mean, you need to know. But it'll take 20 years, you know. But now, with kids that are fast-growing cells, it's going to hurt them even worse. That's why the poor little kids, man, you go in restaurants, you walk down the street, I mean, kids look like they've been run over by 18-wheelers. And so they just think you'll never be able to realize why everybody's dying and getting sick. You know, with the different BT corns that Monsanto and others have put out, they have to plant sanctuary crops of corn under federal law. Just because it'll kill all the honeybees if they go eat off this stuff. They go collect the pollen and bring it back and turn it into honey. They partially digest it and vomit it back up. That's what honey is. Poor little buggers die. Can I have a sanctuary corn belt? Can I have what the honeybees are eating? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't get that, do I? And every food crop's now going to be GMO, and now their genetics are spreading into all the normal varieties, and soon you won't have a way out. And the elites, of course, have their private greenhouse facilities for their food supply. That's come out in the news. The communist Chinese do as well.
I'm Darren McBreen, and these are some of the new items that are available now at InfoWarsShop.com. Alert the public to Obama's blatant abuse of power with the new Obama t-shirt. Obama's Joker face on the front and come and take it on the back. It's time to publicly call him out for what he is, a tyrant. Defend the Second Amendment with our top seller Come and Take It t-shirts. And look at that, women's cut tank tops and t-shirts now available. Nice hat. Plus the Don't Tread on Me flag. And now you can become a micro distributor of the InfoWars magazine. Plus, get your own copy delivered right to your door each and every month. And if you're tired like I am of you and your family being exposed to polluted drinking water, get the Pro One high-performance water filter. It gets rid of all pathogenic bacteria, cyst, fluoride, heavy metals, and numerous other contaminants. So join the revolution at InfoWarsShop.com.
They passed this like the Federal Reserve Act was passed without following the Constitution or the Senate and House rules. They rammed it through with bipartisan evil. And again, back in the 60s and then 70s, they got these vaccine liability protection passed so they could kill everybody. Because, you know, sometimes the kid dies right there, and you know, the cops aren't evil, and they find out it's the vaccine and don't throw the parents in jail, and then you've got to have immunity. So they've got a license to kill. And these are called pharmacological crops. They've got the 8 major food crops are like 89% GMO now. Some are 86, some are 92. On average, about 89% GMO. It'll soon be pretty much all GMO. That's why Whole Foods is saying, we're going to be GMO now, but we'll label it. And you just won't have a choice. 90-something% will be that. And there'll be a small area. It'll cost 10 times more. And then they're going to harass and hunt down and shut down all the organic people. That's the next phase. They've already been beta testing it. And again, the royal family in England, the government elites in fact, I've already done a report on this, but we should get it from last year and then re-air it tonight. But if you can't find it, I'll just redo it. in fact, just have the news crew pull up like Chinese elite eat different food, German elite eat different food, British elite eat different food, German government gets clean vaccine. And then it says in the articles, LA Times, Financial Times of London, Der Spiegel, that, oh, yeah, they have, in fact, one headline was, Communist Chinese have secret organic greenhouse farms all over the country. And it's the same deal. They truck it around. When the elites fly around, they have their own chefs on board. They don't go to restaurants or they go to special places where it's totally certified. That's why John Kerry famously has been in Wendy's with Teresa Heinz Kerry and won't even eat a French fry. You know, he famously said, take it, bite. And the president was like, oh, I'm not hungry. And then it's happened at other ones where, you know, Obama goes and eats the stuff. He doesn't care. He knows, it's like Jack Daniels. I'm just going to eat this hamburger. But it's not really like Jack Daniels. You're designed to be able to handle some of that. And, yeah, it'll rot your liver and kills 500,000 people a year. They estimate alcoholism in this country. Over 500,000 related. The point is, this is all of this is a cocktail of death. Yeah, there it is. Political and corporate elite shun GM food on their own plate. Well, it's like Monsanto. 1999, CNBC reported on it. So did the CBC. In all their facilities worldwide, the engineering class, the science, the biotech class demand totally organic, filtered water, everything at their facilities. That, guys, at the end of this hour, type in real quick, Monsanto has GMO-free cafeterias. Woo, boy, but you're going to eat it. You're going to eat it. You're going to eat it. You know you can't help it. You know you want it. And I hear poor old Limbaugh, incredible person. Anybody that can take 100 Oxycontin a day and live, I admire. I mean, that'd kill like 5 horses, they estimate. I'm not trying to bash Rush. He gets in there and says, all GMO is like George Washington Carver breeding 2 types of, plant together to make a better yield. It's nothing but hybridization. No, putting spider genes and human genes and a poison gene, toxin released by a bacteria or a fungus, or to put a snake venom into a crop where bugs can't eat it, and then we feed it to humans. Hey, look, the bugs won't eat it. That's great, it kills them. Yeah, hey, let's eat. Oh, that sounds good. Let me get some corn on the cob there immediately. I mean, it is just sheer lunacy to the power of a trillion, okay? And we're all killing ourselves right now. Hell, I know I was brought up in all this. I can't even stop. I try to feed my kids non-GMO, but you're still out and stuff. You don't check. You don't know. You don't take the time. You know the cell phone's killing you. You know it's all killing you. Break out of the matrix. Break out of the trance. Awaken. Humanity. It's worth it. Love your children. Come on. The entire global elite, from communist countries to Western countries, does not take vaccines or eat any GMO and are obsessed with keeping that secret from the public. Now, 2 + 2 = what? Then you know what the GMO does to people. 2 + 2 = 4. They're killing us. And now they've got liability protection. The government said so. It's God. Kevin in Boston. Why did the Secret Service try to stop Obama when he's eating GMO food for the cameras? To show the slaves what to eat. Then he runs home and eats organic. I wonder if he goes and vomits like a bulimic. He looks like one in the back. Looks like he's anorexic. Kevin, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, buddy. Me? Yes, sir. I hear you loud and clear. Roger, Roger.
All right, good, man. Well, I'm from Boston. Like, I'm a 19-year-old kid, and I'm just really sick of what's going on. You know what I mean?
Well, sounds like you're an extremist. Not liking and having an opinion is a conspiracy theory, sir. Do what you're told, or it's a conspiracy theory. What do you have a favorite flavor of ice cream?
What's my favorite flavor?
Yeah.
Chocolate.
That is discrimination. You're discriminating. and I know you're making a choice which doesn't exist. You're not allowed to have a thought.
I know. It's sad.
Not only racist, but conspiracy theory. Sorry, go ahead.
You know what's sad? When, like, all my friends and stuff, like, I try to tell them about like what's going on, about all the tyranny, about
And they say it doesn't exist.
takeover, and they don't listen. It's like they don't have their own thoughts anymore.
They're good people. That's reasonable.
Yeah, it is, and like everyone has the iPhone now. It's like we're living inside of a clone, kind of.
Well, it's going to get a lot funner. I mean, hey, they like type 2 diabetes and death and everything. Keep drinking that Diet Coke. It's all admitted it's killing them. Isn't that fun?
I just really feel bad for, like, my generation, my future. We don't even get to live our lives now. You know what I mean? Like,
well, whoever said you did live? That's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, it is.
That mothers ever breastfed was a conspiracy. That men ever loved women was a conspiracy theory. The future is Japan with poop clubs on every corner. People pooping on each other. That's wholesome and good. You're bad.
Well, I think Alex, I appreciate what you're doing, man. Like, you're waking people up. You're getting the truth out. Like, it needs to be done because it's getting to a point where, like, it's just over the top. You know what I mean?
Hey, reality is over the top, brother. Over and out. Let's take another call from another extremist. Let's talk to Ron in Connecticut. Connecticut doesn't exist if the government says so. Go ahead, Ron.
Hi, Alex. First-time caller from the Constitution State.
Doesn't exist. Conspiracy.
What I wanted to talk to you about today was the little banking thing there at the Chase Bank the other day. I was listening to you on the radio, and my question to you was: is this the tip of the spear that the banksters are pointing at us? Or
yeah, they're just conditioning us to take all our money out of the bank and give it to private individuals and to say that's normal and to say you're an extremist if you don't like it.
But do you think that there's a pivotal event that's coming or has come already?
I think it's going to come in lots of little events until they stage a nuke attack or a new war and say that's why all the markets go belly up. And then they've got to take all the money out of your account because they've got to fight Al-Qaeda or something, or fight North Korea. And notice North Korea's acting up right as all these movies come out about North Korea doing exactly what the movies say they're going to do. And you're like, well, is North Korea working for the U.S.? No. North Korea works for China that works for the New World Order. See, the New World Order runs America, and it runs China, and it runs Europe, and it's like crashing us into each other. Ha-ha, destroy humanity, destroy suicide nets in China, mass vaccine deaths in America. Ha-ha-ha.
Absolutely. And, this whole thing is sort of, there's a whole story on top of a story, and maybe I might just shine some light on you. I uncovered something the other day, and I know this may sound fantastic, but I was up in Hartford, Connecticut.
Hold on, you got to send me an email. What is it? Tell us. We got 5 seconds.
Okay, the body of J.P. Morgan and his wife and 3 sons, their graves were ransacked and the bodies were...
Oh... Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the site, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.